Subscribe GA. Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Trina discovers the reality at last. In this episode of General Hospital, Trina and Curtis wait to see if they are related. Alexis wonders what Gregory and Esme are up to. Michael learns about Willow. Laura wonders where Nicholas is. Jocelyn is baffled as to why Carly is shielding Sunny. And Nina makes a solemn vow that might have unintended consequences. Is Curtis Trina's biological father? A question that has plagued her for a very long time has an answer at last. She sighs, I guess it's now or never, as she gets ready to learn the truth. Curtis is anxiously awaiting the results at home. He tells Portia, Marshall, and Stella, I'll find out if I'm gonna be a father in minutes. When Alexis enters her office and discovers Gregory with Esme, she is shocked. What is happening? I must know, she demands. Is Esme already practicing her old tricks of manipulation? Michael has been waiting anxiously at the hospital as Willow receives the life-saving bone marrow transplant. Finally, there is news from the medical professionals. Michael is given an update by TJ regarding Willow. I'm hoping it's good news. After hearing Victor's will read out, Laura is left with more questions than she can handle. Do you know where my son is, Victor? She inquires, hoping to learn Nicholas' destiny. Jocelyn becomes irritated with her mother for refusing to accept the arrangement to get out of SEC issue by turning Sunny over to the government after she already became unhappy with Sunny not granting her request. Why are you putting yourself in harm's way for him? She groans. After all that he has done. Nina lit the fuse of a bomb that hasn't detonated yet when she turned Drew and Carly into the SEC. Though she believes she won't be discovered, secrets usually seem to leak in Port Charles. Even nevertheless, Nina is prepared to take extraordinary measures to achieve the life she has always desired. She says into the phone, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be with the people I love. How far, though, will she go? Trina receives bad news from Spencer. Encounters surprised girlfriends, irate mothers, joyful sisters, and much more. This brand new episode is one you won't want to miss. After saying goodbye to cooling off at the pool to head to the bank, Trina, Tabiana Ali, and Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, were eager to discover what was in the safe deposit box that Victor Charles Shaughnessy had left for his nephew. They were completely unprepared for what they discovered, though. Trina is startled that Victor left her and Spencer with all the proof they required to successfully imprison Esme, Avery Kristen Pohl. Although it seems like a dream come true, is it actually real? Trina is shocked and unsure of what to do or believe when Spencer declares the evidence to be false. Related issues. Carly, Laura Wright, finds it hard to believe that Dex Evanhofer was sent to Port Charles on Michael Chad Duell, who had been working for a year to bring Sunny, Maurice Bernard, down. On Monday, Carly also comes to a realization. Does she realize the impact her resentment of Sunny and Nina, Cynthia Watrose, has on her grown children? Her creation of two monsters? Spencer is sent into Esme's arms by Trina. Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, is in love with Spencer Cassadine, Nicholas Chavez, and she is attempting to love him in the most responsible and adult manner possible, according to a General Hospital leak. In the end, he requires that. The longer Trina and Spencer are together, the more we appreciate how she has a beneficial influence on Spencer's personality and character. It's exciting to watch him finally let go of some of his less appealing traits, but we still occasionally catch glimpses of the previous Spencer. And we know these bits and pieces must be giving Trina just as much pause as they do us. Can the new Spencer pause and talk to himself long enough to prioritize what he's doing with Trina? Or does the old Spencer's desire to deal with Esme Prince, Avery Kristen Pohl, still overwhelm his senses? That is still up in the air. Esme Prince is acquainted with Spencer Cassadine. Spencer is excessively worried about Esme's whereabouts, way of life, parenting style, and other factors. No one is more aware of it than Esme, who might be deliberately pointing him in her direction. We're still unsure if Esme is intentionally misrepresenting her forgetfulness. She might be putting on an act and striving extra hard to rile Spencer up because she is well familiar with his personality. Yes, Trina. Despite what she might believe, Trina is aware of the man Spencer wants to be for her. Does she truly understand him on the personal and primitive level that Esme, the person he's tensions are rising? Esme and Spencer are still butting heads, as revealed by General Hospital spoilers. At the time, it seemed like the finest decision to live together at Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, house, but Spencer is going to have his doubts. Esme isn't enjoyable to tolerate, and let's face it, this guy prefers a laid-back way of life. But Spencer prioritizes being close to his infant sibling. So Trina believes that his continued efforts to take Esme out of the agreement would be in vain. Will she inform him of it? Spencer Cassadine receives some prodding from G.H. Trina Robinson. The biggest error Trina has ever made with Spencer is pushing him in Esme's direction. This is more important than giving him another chance after he intimidated her at Ava Jerome's, Mora West, gallery and lied about who he was. Esme and Spencer will continue to argue, and Trina will be the one to try to make things better by staying out of the way and pressuring Spencer to spend time with Esme, indicating that he might come to appreciate another aspect of her, the nice mother she ostensibly is. Although Spencer has seen that side of her, he is making an effort not to let it change his deeply held negative opinion of her. Do you think Trina genuinely wants him to stop doing that? Perhaps, if it will benefit Ace Cassadine, Jay, and Joey Clay. But when Spencer starts to notice Esme's happier and more upbeat side, he might like what he sees. Victor's safe deposit box contents astound Trina and Spencer, and Carly puts her foot down. Sam and Dante unwind at the pool at Metro Court. When Sunny enters the building in search of Nana, Dante goes to the bar to bring them some drinks. Apparently, Don hasn't seen her. Sunny informs Dante that he and Nana have gotten engaged. Dante is content and believes that things are going well for him. Sunny excuses himself to speak to Ned when he appears and says, "Not everything." Ned is confronted by Sunny, who charges him of stalking Carly. Ned asserts once more that he had nothing to do with Carly and Drew's surrender. Dante and Olivia step in as things get heated. Ned says to Sunny that he understands why he's angry, but he swears to God that he didn't turn Carly and Drew in. Ned claims he was upset when he threatened Drew, but that's where it ended, and the cuties remain close. Leo adores Carly, who is Olivia's best friend, thus he would likewise never hurt her. Sunny notes that even after throwing in with Valentin, Carly still lost half of her hotel. Ned claims he wouldn't kick her when she's down for the same reason. Ned didn't do this, Olivia informs Sunny. Sunny claims that because of Olivia, this is over. But Olivia claims that if he learns that Ned was involved, he won't. Ned and Olivia leave on foot. Sunny is reprimanded by Dante for hitting Ned in front of the public, and told that if anything happened to Ned, Sunny has made himself the main suspect. He inquires as to his father's desire to visit Donna's parents in prison. Carly is accused of committing a crime, but Sunny won't allow her go to jail, according to Dante. Sunny claims it wasn't on purpose, but the person who turned her in had a reason for doing so. Sam joins them and explains that the SEC received an anonymous tip. Don suspects that his father is considering a suspect other than Ned. Anyone might be attempting to contact Carly or using her to contact Sunny, according to Sunny. Ned receives an apology from Olivia for her earlier lack of faith in him. Since he's let her down before, he doesn't hold it against her. She feels he did not do what he has been accused of, and that she never should have doubted him. They embrace. Jordan visits Curtis and Portia at their home. She informs Curtis, who wasn't expecting her, that his wife had given her the address for where to find him. Jordan inquires as to when he intended to inform her of his return home. He claims that in reality, he was going to find her and tell her. Jordan feels upset, indignant, and perplexed. She tells him that after the kiss, they decided to wait and sort things out, and that at that time, he made up with his wife. He clarifies that this is simply the first step and not a reconciliation. She questions whether she was just there to listen to him while he worked through his issues or whether she misconstrued that kiss. She didn't misunderstand anything, he claims, and his affections for her are genuine. He does, however, feel something for Portia. Jordan declares, leaving his marriage, I'm leaving. Curtis claims he was trying to learn from his faults. He needs to put the effort into his marriage to Portia that he didn't put into his relationship with her. That's fantastic news, according to Jordan. But what does it mean for Portia? Curtis is still searching for the solutions. She believes that, as someone who abhors dishonesty, he ought to be truthful with both of the women in his life. Jordan is aware of Trina and believes that since Curtis is already dealing with a lot at the moment, he may not need any more complications. He assures her that she is not a problem and that he simply needs more time to think things through. Jordan claims that after their divorce, she has been in limbo. She poured herself into her work while he moved on. Maybe she was secretly hoping for something. Curtis explains that he must ascertain his relationship with Portia and their respective standings. According to Jordan, she is aware of her position and must let go of the man. She tells Curtis that she has been living in limbo for the past 2 years and that she won't be waiting any longer. Trina and Spencer are given access to the safe deposit box at the bank. Spencer believes they may still go, but Trina feels he ought to be aware of the dangers his family is being shielded from by this box. When Spencer opens the package, he finds a tablet, but it is completely dead. Trina is ready because she never leaves home without her charger. Spencer opens an envelope that is also in the box and pulls out a receipt as she plugs it in. Esme filled a prescription for the same medication that nearly killed Oz. Trina understands that it was also probably used on her that evening at the cottage. Trina has evidence that Esme violated her at last. Although Spencer acknowledges finding the pills in Esme's possessions, he cannot prove how she got them. There is a letter from Esme to her nanny Maggie in the envelope as well, and Trina adds, until now. It's a confession that she drugged Oz unintentionally to injure him because she was in difficulties and needed to get away from him. Esme did what she always does. She slanted the situation to make Trina appear to be the victim. They switch to the powered tablet, which shows stills of Esme at the docks purchasing the burner phone from the bartender. Trina finds it hard to believe Esme wasn't able to hide her tracks as completely as they imagined when all of this proof ended up in their possession. In order for Spencer to ultimately obtain custody of his sibling, Trina believes they should report this to the PCPD. Ava visits GH to talk with Austin. They proceed to his office, where Ava informs him that they must prevent Laura from going to a location in Chechnya because it is too risky because she thinks Nicholas is hiding there. Austin claims that she is unable to speak to Laura without arousing suspicion. Ava is adamant that she won't spill any more blood, especially not Laura's. According to Austin, Laura's journey into and out of Chechnya won't be simple. He believes it will take some time to plan, giving them some more time to think of a way to stop her. Mason comes up in their conversation because no one has heard from him. Ava sincerely hopes that he has given up on them. On cue, Mason shows up and assures them that he is still interested in them. Mason claims to have been away from home, but is still monitoring them. It's time for both of them to express their gratitude to Mason after he reminds them that with what he knows, he might still apply to the PCPD. Mason is instructed by Austin to just state his desires. For them, and especially for Ava, Austin has a job. They require her to use her specialized contacts, he claims. Ava queries who they are and their relationships. He needs some art, right? Mason claims that her family is what people are interested in, not her work. Carly notices Michael at her house and inquires as to his purpose. Carly notices that Michael is upset and hopes it isn't bad news. Michael claims that Willow is all right, although she is concerned about Carly's predicament like the rest of them. Carly claims that since this is her issue, she does not want Joss and him to argue over it. Despite the fact that Sonny offered to give her something he could use to defend himself, She is not going to sell Sunny short, because this is her decision to make. What if Sunny couldn't defend himself against it? Michael wonders. Carly once more rejects the idea of sacrificing Sunny to save herself. Michael provides to complete it for her. A flash disc containing evidence that Sunny broke the National Security Act is shown to Carly by Michael. What is on it, she queries. He claims that the video shows Sunny exporting an unsafe weapon. Carly queries where he obtained this proof. Michael acknowledges that he ordered it. She tells him not to utilize it because doing so would ruin the family. He admits that Willow persuaded him not to, but this is the only thing that might prevent her from going to jail. Carly claims the proof will never be made public and refuses to use it. Who else is aware of this, she queries. When Joss and Dex visit him, she wants him to transmit the footage of Sunny obtaining the delivery from Pikeman. Dex admits he doesn't possess it. He says that since it is his property, he provided Michael the one and only copy. Joss cannot believe he put his life in danger to make this video and neglected to make a backup for insurance. He claims that's not how he operates and that Michael hired him to complete a task for him. Even with a copy, he claims he couldn't give it to her. He wouldn't want her to be involved in any of this. Dex apologizes for not being able to assist Joss save her mother, but Joss insists it's not his fault. According to her, this is her family's mess, and she needs to figure out how to assist her mother. They reflect on how quickly things have become disorganized and complex. Dex muses that perhaps he should have left town as Michael had instructed him to, but Joss reaffirms that she was scheduled to accompany him. He claims to be aware, which terrifies him. Dex claims that she has gone above and beyond for him. He describes her as unique, a once-in-a-lifetime individual, and the idea of losing her makes him anxious. He declares his love for her and inquires as to whether this is too much for her. He is then drawn into a kiss by her in response. Chase and Brooke Lynn are shown having fun at the pool on the next General Hospital. "What the hell are you doing?" Tracy exclaims to someone. Mason informs Ava that her greatest asset is her relationship with Sunny, and she hopes that her brother Zeke can talk some sense into her. Dex queries Joss about whether she can handle this. Carly reiterates to Michael that she won't put her father's life in danger to rescue herself. Trina demands that Spencer reveal what he is withholding from her. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.